Hey guys, here's a few updates on the bathroom. We finished the compost toilet. It's in and working. We've been using it for a little while. I got the faucet installed with a new drain. The towel bars. Here's another shot of the toilet. Oh, we got all the floor fixed. This one, and that's a whole tile. I think this one, which was a whole tile, and then these little ones here, and this one. So I'm working on the shower pan now, and I wanted to take the trim off of the drain. That's actually clean. This is the discoloration here. Those are just stains. So I wanted to take that trim ring off so we could repaint this shower pan, and when I took it off, it broke. So I had to take everything apart under there, and I ended up like cutting a line all the way through the metal part of the drain trim ring, and then I just pried it out with the screwdriver once I got through the metal. So I was able to save the actual ABS plastic and the P-trap and everything, but I had to take all this apart, so it's just sitting here now. But I figured since I have it apart, I cleaned up all the way to this edge, and that way I can paint all the way back here, and then since I have to recaulk it anyway, I'll go ahead and paint underneath, and then, or not caulk, silicone. I'll silicone it once it's all dry, but I got all those little screws out with the caps, and I did clean up the silicone a little bit and tried to get it, off the pan as much as I could. Back here as well, and then I sanded everything. There were some runs in the paint that the previous owner did, so that's why there's some bare spots. Well, and then plus the paint was just thinner, but I used an orbital sander where I had like the whole seat area. I used the orbital sander on that, and then anywhere that I had runs, like you can almost see this one still. That was a run right there, but it's smooth now. You can't feel it. You can still kind of see a little bit of the paint residue, but it's smooth. You can't feel it anymore, so I don't think it'll show up. But there were quite a few. I mean, they were all over the place actually, and it kind of pulled up in the corners, on all four corners. But anyway, it's all sanded, and I cleaned it with TSP, and I'm letting it dry. I've got the drain out, and we're gonna wait until tomorrow morning, and then we'll paint it, and then we'll be able to leave. There is a vent up here, which I actually had to replace as well, but we'll be able to open the vent once I get this painted and close off the bathroom, and we'll probably just leave. We actually have some plans tomorrow afternoon anyway, so that's where we're at with the bathroom for now, and I'll give you guys an update once we get the paint done. Okay, so I've got the first coat finished. Hopefully it'll turn out better on coat number 2. There's a lot of brush strokes, and everything that I read suggested that you brush it and not roll it. Spraying it obviously would have turned out better, but the trailer's basically finished, so I don't want to spray it with it in place, and I definitely don't want to pull it out. So we're just going to let that first coat dry. I will just scuff it, and if there are any runs, which I don't see any, I did have a couple of places that I caught before it, like while I was still brushing on. I saw a few places where it looked like it was starting to run a little bit, so I just brushed those out. But I mean, it doesn't look bad. I was really hoping for it to look like a factory finish, and that might be just a little unrealistic, the way that I'm doing it, at least. If you sprayed it, I'm sure that you probably could. I don't know. Maybe I will go ahead and try a roller for the second coat and see how it goes. Alright, I'm not going to spend long in here because these paint fumes are toxic. But I did get it finished, hopefully anyway. That's what it looks like. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I had my mask on whenever I was applying the paint. Whoops. I had my mask on when I was applying the paint, and I don't want to hang around in there too long with the fresh fumes. I just finished it. I will say that I did the first coat with a brush because that's what everything I read recommended. Even if you use a roller, they wanted you to go back and brush over it, which I thought was stupid. So I didn't use a brush on the second, except for just a couple of areas where I couldn't get a small foam roller into. And the rest, I used a foam roller, I'd say probably 95% of it. And it turned out a lot better. I really like the way that the finish looks with the foam roller. I'll show another little clip whenever I come back and it's dry. It takes 24 hours, and so it'll probably be actually a couple of days before I see it again. But that's it, it's finished. So I need to put the drain back in, and then I pulled out all of the screws with the caps on them. So I need to put all the screws and caps back, and then the front of it right here, I got to put all that back. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple of spots that I need to re-silicone. subscribe to the channel so that you can see all of these future projects that we've got coming up soon. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up to let us know. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one.